I have to come here today and talk to you about why we are unhappy. I spoke yesterday at length with my friend about self-confidence and self-worth in children, especially in secondary schools. And it is absolutely mind-blowing how this is not developed further for children and why you might be feeling unhappy and the main reasons and the main things we can change about feeling unhappy. Basically, there is a difference between self-confidence and self-worth. And this, I find, causes the most problems with people and in their lives because they think they're interchangeable and then one is the same as the other, which they're really not. There is a Polish writer, his surname's Gibas, and he wrote a lot about self-worth and self-confidence being different. So basically, self-worth is something that you think about yourself. So it's your inherent value as a human being. That is self-worth. And your self-worth is independent of anything that anyone else thinks. You cannot build self-confidence if you don't have self-worth. So basically, if you think about self-worth, it's everything amazing that you or not amazing you think about yourself. So everything that you believe about yourself is your self-worth. And depending on where that stands, that then feeds into your life and feeds into the confidence and feeds into how you interact with people and feeds into how you dealing with people on a daily basis. We start with self-worth. That's our foundation. So that's our foundation for our beautiful house. And self-confidence is the rest of the house. So we cannot have the rest of the house without having the right foundation. It works for everybody. This is transferable throughout the ages. We look at ourselves. What do I really think about myself? You can write it down. Ideally, I would encourage you to literally just take a piece of paper and write it down. Everything amazing that you have ever achieved. Everything amazing that you know about yourself. Have you applied for this job and you were brave enough to do that? Have you gone out on a date where you thought, oh my goodness, I don't feel, slim enough or pretty enough or smart enough, and you went anyway and you tried it anyway? These are all the amazing things that you could be writing on that list. It doesn't just have to be, I am a manager of this business, or I do this, or do that. Actually, anything that's valuable about you. Are you kind to animals? Are you really patient with your children? My sister-in-law encouraged me to do this once, and the list went on, and it took me quite a few days to compose this list. But that list becomes your bedrock. So that list becomes the foundation of you. That is your self-worth. That is the unshakable thing that's constant and stable and linear, and that is what's inside of you. Everything else is extra. Once you have the solid foundation of self-worth, so once you have that work done and you can really solidify yourself in who you really are as a person, as an individual, as a human being, then we look at self-confidence. And self-confidence is different. Self-worth comes from in, out, where the confidence sort of is an external in. So what do other people think about you? What do other people's behavior shows you about yourself? What they tell you, what you feel from them, that is self-confidence. And self-confidence fluctuates. It all depends on circumstances. You can have a project at work and all of a sudden something goes wrong. Your computer completely dies, or it turns out that you didn't prepare something correctly, or you didn't learn as much as you needed to learn, and you're standing there and you're thinking, oh my goodness, what now? And you feel completely worthless. But it's not being worthless. It's your self-confidence that took a knock. But that self-confidence can also be built back up by you trying harder next time, or you saving the situation by coming up with something completely different and actually showing that you still have it and you are still on top of your game. If that takes a knock, you can build it back up. With self-worth, it's a long process sometimes to build it back up if you lose it. So it's important to understand that self-confidence, it is very much affected by the external. But let's not put our self-worth in the hands of other people. Let's not give them the power over our self-worth. That is ours to look after and ours to keep, and ground ourselves into our self-confidence. And these days, it's very easy to say, because you go on Instagram, you go on Facebook, you go on all the social media, and what do you see? You see other people's lives are so perfect. And I can't tell you who said this, but well, actually, they're called highlights for a reason. They highlight the best parts of their lives. So they wouldn't go and put the worst parts of their lives up there on the wall. They wouldn't do that. They only highlight what they want you to see. That does not mean that they are any better. I've spoken to hundreds, if not thousands, of women and men and children over the period of the last 16 years, and everyone is in the same boat. You don't see it from the outside, but everyone is in the same boat. They have problems with relationships or with themselves, with their self-worth, the self-image. They might think they're not smart enough, or they have problems with money, or they have problems with their careers or work or bosses. It goes on and on and on and on. Everyone is in the same position. But what is important is actually if we can find self-worth, if we can understand what our value is as a human for us and for people around us, that is the self-worth. And you can build on that, then the self-confidence will come, and then it creates such a wholesome human being, because then you will act from the position of strength. You go into situations knowing you're not going to wait for other people to tell you that you're worth something. You know you're worth something. You know you are important and you matter, because we all matter and we're all so different, but we all have something to bring to the table. All of us, no exceptions. So you can walk into a room and people will feel the energy that comes from you, because they know subconscious reads all those emotions, all this energy, all the frequency. If people know what you say, only 4%. Everything else is 96%. The energy that comes with what you know on the inside travels, ripple effects, affects other people around you. This work is imperative to do, because if you can become a happier, better person, can you imagine how much better your life will become? And by proxy, your partner's life will become much better, and your children's lives will become much better, and your parents, and it goes on and on. Your co-workers, your managers. It ripples so far out, but it starts with you. The work begins with you. And that's what we're here to do, to take this journey, to start right now. Where you stand, draw a line, and you go. Another thing that could make you unhappy is, I was thinking about this morning, and it's very much expectations. And we have to really manage expectations when it comes to ourselves, when it comes to other people. Someone said, another Polish writer, Beata Pawlikowska, she's talked a lot about managing expectations and actually not having any. Because if you don't have any expectations, you can't be disappointed. When it comes to people, we know that we can't really influence other people. I have a 3-year-old and a 7-year-old, and let me tell you, I struggle some days to influence their mind, and they know their own mind, and they're only children. So how are we trying to change other people and other people's minds? And here comes an interesting fact. If you spin the tables and place yourself on the other side, this person is doing something that they clearly think is correct, because they're doing it. This is made a decision about not pursuing a certain career. And you, on the other hand, standing on the outside, you think that they're making a mistake. So you look at it and go, actually, I think this is not the best choice for you. And you can lovingly ask them, have you considered all the factors? The bottom line is their decision. If you start questioning that choice, what you're showing to that person is that you know better how their life should go and what decisions they should make. So you're taking the power away from them by telling them they're making a mistake. And it's very, very easy to do. And it's hard to stop doing that, because we try to protect other people and we have these expectations about other people, how their lives should be like, and we have expectations for ourselves. There is a difference between a desire and hope and wanting someone to be happy, and the other side of it is having an expectation of how their life should go. And that is two completely different things. And we need to give people their power back. The clients that I'm leading now are doing such an amazing work, and I almost want to keep them with me the whole time, because I can see the results, I can see the changes they've got in their lives, and it's just amazing. But at some point, you just have to let people go, and you have to let them step away from you and make their own decisions and manage their own life and do the things that are important to them. And it's so crucial that we actually remove the expectations from other people, because those are the things that are making us also extremely unhappy. Because this person should have done that. My husband should be taking bins out every night, but he's not doing it. And he should be doing something else, and he should be doing something else. But have you actually ever had a conversation with your husband, with your partner, with your child about the things that you would like them to do? Have you ever sat down and decided, actually, maybe I can't take the bins out every night because I finish so late, and then it's just disturbing the neighborhood? That there could be a reason why they're not doing it. But we all say we are so great at communications. We put it on our CVs and we go, oh, I am brilliant at communications. I'm so good, right on top of the list. And then we don't even talk to each other. We don't even ask the people around us. We make small talk and we try to get through the day. But what if there was more? What if life could be more? What if there could be so much more joy and happiness? And every day could be an opportunity to be great and to have fun and to enjoy it, not just get through it, not to just last to another holiday or to Christmas or to my birthday, but actually take responsibility today and start acting as if we mean it today and making lives better by literally just simply changing ourselves. And I remember Mother Teresa said once that if you having a rally against war, don't invite me, but invite me if you're going to make a rally for peace. That is so, so powerful, because there is a difference between not wanting something and wanting something. And the moment you start going against something, that is already stronger. The energy of that is stronger, but that doesn't give you what you actually want. So instead of going, I don't want my husband to be like this, I don't want my child to be like this, I don't want my co-workers to do that, I don't want this, that, and the other. You spin it, flip it on the other side and go, what do I want? What do I want? What do I aim for? What do I want out of life? What do I want my day to look like? And go for that. Look for that in your life. Look for the gorgeousness, the joy. Don't just keep repeating the same patterns. It keeps you stuck and unhappy. Going over and over the same things is insanity. We all know that it's insanity, yet we still do it, expecting different results. It's not going to happen. You have to make a decision for yourself, and you have to take the step for yourself. Without that, there's just nothing. There's no change unless other people change themselves first. You can't change other people. You have to do the work for yourself. I hope you do all this work, and I hope you write down everything your self-worth is based on, because that work is absolute gold. So I really hope that helps you today. That's completely impromptu self-worth and self-confidence talk, and what is keeping you stuck and unhappy.